secret summer pets are gonna make you trillions of dollars in Roblox Grow a Garden. Now, you wanna do this really quickly before the update is actually over. Now, as you can see, this is the summer harvest update, the summer update. You get the point of what I'm trying to say. Now, here's the first pet that we're gonna talk to. It's not really a summer pet, but I'm gonna count it as a summer pet because you can actually get this from doing the summer harvest. You gotta hit around 14,000 to 25,000 harvest points, which will be a prismatic reward, giving you a chance to get the moon cat. Moon cats are really good, and I'm currently using it for the moon cat glitch, which I made another video on the channel, so make sure you go check it out. All right, let's get right into it. First things first, the best pet right now in the update is gonna be the starfishes because it's gonna help you get more pet slots. You need this basically to keep on getting more and more pet slots. As you can see, it says right here, we need 75 level pet to get the final pet slot. And if you got a bunch of starfishes, which I don't think I have any currently on my account, I have this one and this one, it's gonna be really good. Now, the way they work is very simple. You just go into your farm, you place down the starfish, and it just does its own thing. And if you pair it with a couple of other pets that I'm gonna show you towards the end of this video, it's gonna be even more OP. As you can see, this starfish is only like level 20, and it gives you 8 XP per second. Look at the XP bar. As you can see, it is quickly leveling up. If you leave your starfish overnight with an army of starfishes, they're gonna make so much levels, so they're gonna be at level 60 in no time. So just by hatching a starfish from the common summer egg, which gives you a 50% chance of actually getting it, you're gonna get a crazy reward. So what we're gonna really quickly do is go over here, talk to the pet egg store guy, and basically we're gonna check on the pet information. And as you can see right over here, the summer eggs have a 35% chance of actually being restocked, and you wanna go for these, okay? Now, rare summer eggs are pretty decent. They can actually get you these things called the toucans. So let me show you how this works. So these toucans are also pretty good, but like I said, starfishes are for leveling up and getting pet equip slots. Definitely worth getting. All right, moving on to the next one. We're just gonna show off the toucan just because I already have it on here. And here's what a toucan does. It gives you a chance to make all tropical plants have a 1.69 size bonus and grants all tropical plants also a 1.18 variant chance bonus. This is basically the praying mantis and the moon cat combined together. It is so important to have this on your team because it's gonna make these plants right here, as you can see, it's giant, by making them even bigger than before. Same with the Fijo and other ones. So it's just gonna be like basically just flying around and within these certain amount of studs, so it doesn't even have a cooldown, it just flies around and it makes everything around you bigger. So it's gonna make these plants gigantic. Look at this, it's already getting huge. All right, so toucan's really good. I recommend having an entire toucan army, and if you just put them down over here, it's gonna make every single one of your plants massive. Now, if you pair these with the moon cats, your plants are gonna be so big. Look at this, it's literally growing as we speak. We're just sitting here, and the plants are getting bigger. As you can see, there's my toucans, they're going in, they're making everything huge. So like I said, if you leave your entire game on for 24 hours with an army of toucans and moon cats, your place is gonna be massive. All right. Oh, there we go. Common summer egg is currently in stock. We're gonna go right over here and let me show you what we're talking about. As you can see, starfish has a 50% chance of actually hatching. Seagull and crab, useless. Don't even worry about it. No point of getting it. Now, the next OP pet, the next secret pet is gonna be a peacock. So these things, well, not a peacock actually, it's gonna be an ostrich, which I don't have any currently on this account. But basically, what the ostriches do, you're able to hatch a bunch of pets with higher levels. Let me show you. All right, so here is my meta guide for all things Grow a Garden, and we're gonna go right over here, and I'm gonna show you what is currently going on. Now, as you can see right here, here is the ostrich. This is actually hatched from a paradise egg, which costs around $50 million. Once you get a paradise egg, you have about a 40% chance of hatching an ostrich. And here's what you wanna do. Once you get yourself an ostrich, you're gonna be able to actually go over here and see pets hatched from eggs have a bonus 1 to 4.5 age to their age value. So what this means is if you have over 6 to 7 ostriches or even 8, you have a chance of getting either 1 level up to a 5 level bonus. The more you level them up, over here with the age thing, so the more you level this up, this thing right here actually increases. So this can go up to all the way to a 6 age bonus. So for example, if you have over 7, or let's just say 8 ostriches, and you multiply that by 6 level bonus, you're gonna have a 48, is this right? Am I doing the math correctly? I think it's 48. As I was saying, your eggs that you currently hatch, so the next time you hatch your paradise egg, your rare summer egg right here, or the paradise egg, or even the common summer egg, your pets can be level 48. All right, so it can range from anywhere from 1 to 48. So for example, if you have 8 of these and the minimum level is 1, you're gonna have 8 level additional bonus. So basically you can hatch a pet that's gonna have either 8 levels all the way to 48 levels or anything in between. That means you don't have to level it up and it's already gonna be aged, which makes sense that it's gonna sell for even more money. And you can actually sell this for billions of dollars, by the way. So this is gonna be worth billions of dollars if you go into your Discord and sell it. Same thing for the starfishes. These are actually very, very important for people that have a bunch of alt accounts and are grinding the game because they're gonna be buying this for also billions of dollars since they have so many alt accounts. And you can actually sell this for billions because they're gonna use this to max out their equip pet slots. Okay, so there we go, equip pet slots. Every single person that does an alt account usually wants to have 8 max slots or a bunch of, max egg slots. And that's why you need an army of starfishes. So always go for these. These are a meta. And so is the ostrich. Do not sleep on it. Okay, next one is gonna be the mimic octopus. We're gonna save that for one last. So we'll save it for last. And the capybara. This is really, really OP. Now, I haven't really messed with the other ones. The seals are kind of like mid. I checked all these ones out. They're just kind of mid, honestly. Here's what the sea turtle does. It's granting a 1,000 bonus experience, splashes water to a nearby fruit. It has a 10% chance to become wet. It's whatever, bro. Don't even worry about that. I would just basically leave your account AFK and then just wait for the actual weather to hit it instead of getting the wet effect from the turtle. Do not waste your space. That's how I see it. Do not waste your pet slots. Just simply have the best pet slots. I would honestly go for having more mimic octopuses paired with a disco beam. That's gonna make your entire farm all disco. All right, we'll talk about that later. But for now, capybaras. Now, if you guys want anything from me, if you want to get some billion-dollar plants or some free pets, go ahead and follow my Roblox profile. Here's my account right here. Just go ahead and simply add me on Roblox or join my group right over here. And you can actually click on my username as you can see right here. And then boom, join my game anytime and I'll give you some billion-dollar plants and some free pets. All right, so we're officially back in the game and let's talk about the capybara right here. Here we go. So we have one capybara. We're gonna place it down and here's how the capybara works. If we go over here, all pets within 15 studs won't lose hunger and will gain 3.71 XP every second. This is basically the same thing as a starfish. Let me go ahead and show you what a starfish does. Like I said, starfishes are really, really good for leveling up and getting the pet equip slots. It's basically the starfish, but it gives this ability to other pets. Now, as you can see, my capybara is level 16, and as you can see, the multiplier is 3.71 XP. So once we get to like level 80, it's probably gonna do like 5 XP. So as the capybara walks around, anything within 15 studs will not lose hunger. So if I have a disco bee right here, and I have a cooked owl, or let's just say a dragonfly, it's gonna prevent them from losing hunger, so these things will run out of hunger way less, I guess, like less quicker. You get the point, right? So, if you have an entire army of capybaras, over 6 capybaras, they will all level each other up and prevent each other from losing hunger. So it's like an infinite capybara farm. So infinite XP farm and infinite hunger farm. If you pair with a moth, which feeds your pets, you will never ever run out of hunger and you'll never have to worry about your farm. It'll be fully automatic. So what I would say is you definitely want to have a capybara and you want to pair with, let's just say we do like a mimic octopus, a cooked owl, a bear bee, and a toucan. Let's remove the starfish, swap it for a toucan. Now, this is what an OP farm looks like. As you can see, our dragonfly, every 5 minutes, will run the gold effect because that's what the dragonfly does. It makes the fruits gold. All right, then your bear bee is gonna make them honey glaze. So boom, another mutation on your plants. Now, our cooked owl is also gonna add the cooked or burnt mutation, which is another mutation on top. And then you're gonna have a capybara, which is gonna prevent them from losing hunger and leveling up at the same time. And like I said, if you wanna have an army of capybaras with one pet paired, that'll be great because you can level up your pet even faster than before. So anyways, moving forward, we're also gonna have our toucan, which is gonna give us the size bonus and the variant chance of making all these plants over here absolutely massive. Like, look at my sugar apple. It's even bigger than before. And that is thanks to the toucan. So you have an entire army paired with capybaras, they're leveling up and they're not losing hunger, and they're also making your plants bigger. So, and now if you pair it with a dragonfly and a disco bee, things are gonna be extremely OP. Now, the final thing I wanna talk about is, of course, gonna be the mimic octopus, which is currently the most OP pet in the game. Every 20 minutes, it mimics and copies an ability from another pet and performs the ability, which basically means that this mimic octopus is the queen bee, but it actually lands its attack and executes it. So let's just say, for example, I have a disco bee, right? So let's just say I have 6 mimic octopuses, a disco bee, and let's just say maybe a queen bee. I would honestly say 7 mimic octopus and 1 disco bee. That is going to make it so all 7 mimic octopus every 20 minutes will run the disco bee's ability. Now let me explain what I mean. The disco bee has a 70% chance to make any plant over here have a disco effect. If you want to have the biggest moon melons with disco ability, or if you want to have, for example, ember lilies right here that are worth billions of dollars with disco ability, which is a 100x plus mutation, it could be like 125x. Basically, if you want to have these billion-dollar plants, let me show you what an ember lily looks like. So this one right here currently has the disco. And if we go over here and we click on how much is this worth, as you can see, it's worth $6 billion. This one is even bigger than before, and it's going to be worth over $15 billion. So as you can see, this is definitely a meta. Now, if you have moon cats on your team, they're going to make them even bigger than before, which means that these moon cats will make this even bigger than before. You get the point. So this is going to be really good for moon melons. The moon melons will double the size, and they'll have disco and all the mutations. So it's going to be insane. So basically, if I have 1 raccoon and 7 mimic octopus, every 20 minutes, the mimic octopus will make the raccoon's ability actually work. So if you are in a billionaire or trillionaire server, you can steal people's candy blossoms 100% guaranteed. That is the most OP pet currently in the game because the mimic octopus will actually make the ability work. So if I have 7 mimic octopus and 1 disco bee, every single one of them will mimic any pet with the ability. Therefore, the mimic octopus is going to mimic the disco bee's ability, which is currently every 14 minutes. And it's going to make it 100% chance that they will get the disco ability. That is insane. That basically means that every single one of the plants over here will all have disco, which is 100 to 125x times chance mutation thing. So all your entire garden with the dragonfly and the disco bee will already be worth billions of dollars. Insane. Absolutely insane. But anyways, that is basically all the pets that I want to talk about. So anyways, hit the subscribe button, use this strategy that I currently told you to have the most OP pet setup out there. So my strat for my farm to have billions of dollars and go up to trillions, I'm going to have, instead of keeping the bear bee, I'm going to remove the bear bee, I'm going to remove the cooked owl, I'm going to keep the mimic octopus, I'll keep 1 capybara, 1 toucan. The only reason I don't really care about the toucans is because my plants that make me billions are not these plants. This is just for the summer harvest. So I don't really care if this plant right here is going to be giant just because there's just so many better ones that sell for more. So for example, the whole right side is my billion-dollar farm. So I'm going for ember lilies and lilacs and so on to sell for billions, including the lumiras and my beanstalk. So I don't really care for the toucan, but it's definitely not bad to have it. So I would say I'd swap the toucan for basically an army of moon cats. So I would have 1 capybara, 1 disco bee, 1 mimic octopus, and also 1 dragonfly, and then the rest should be all moon cats because your farm is going to be giant. Alright, subscribe, hit one of these videos right here. We're posting 2 videos every single day. So anyways, I'll see you tomorrow with a new video. Yeet.